So, I've got to ask, have you ever just sat at your desk and thought, is this really it? Am I just supposed to clock in and out forever, helping build someone else's empire? Because I know I have.
Oh, absolutely. There was a point where I felt like I was renting my own time, my boss was the landlord, and every day was just another payment. The idea of owning something, like a digital product bringing in income while I sleep, honestly, that used to sound like a fantasy for tech prodigies or people with piles of cash.
I totally get that. For years, I thought creating real assets was out of reach unless you already had some secret sauce or coding skills. But now, that whole landscape's shifted and it happened practically overnight.
What's wild is most people still don't realize how accessible it's become. We're living in a time where, thanks to AI, you don't need to be an expert or have a huge budget to get started. It's like the rules just changed and barely anyone's noticed yet.
Exactly, which leads me to this. Let's break down how creating and selling your first digital product is actually doable in an afternoon, even if you're starting from zero.
Just thinking back, remember how brutal it used to be to make something like an ebook? Months of late nights, rewriting drafts, stress over design, and then you get stuck trying to build some complicated sales funnel.
Oh, totally. I remember a friend who took half a year to launch a tiny ebook. It nearly broke her spirit. But now, with AI, you could have a draft, cover, and even a marketing page done in a single afternoon. It's less about grinding and more about working smart.
That shift is huge. AI acts like your creative partner. It pulls most of the weight and lets you focus on the ideas and personal touches. Instead of magic, it's just a better, faster playbook.
And the crazy part? You don't need to be a tech wizard. If you can hold a conversation and ask a question, you can use these tools. It's honestly more accessible than learning to bake sourdough. Trust me, I've tried.
Ha! I know that struggle. But what really matters is picking an idea that actually sells. Which brings up the first and maybe most intimidating step, finding your winning digital product idea.
So many people freeze up here, they're afraid of picking the wrong thing, so they never even start. But you really don't need to overthink it. There's a simple way to zero in on a profitable idea without months of soul searching.
I've been there staring at a blank doc, convinced there's nothing special I could offer. But the trick is to look for where your skills, your interests, and something people actually need overlap. For example, what do friends always ask you for help with? Or what do you find yourself researching for hours, just for fun?
Right. And even recent challenges you've solved can be gold mines. Like if you finally figured out meal prepping without losing your mind, chances are loads of people want that shortcut. You just need to be one step ahead, not the world's biggest expert.
Exactly. It's almost funny sometimes the things that seem obvious to us are mysterious and valuable to other people. Once you spot that, the rest of the journey becomes way less intimidating.
All right, idea in hand, let's get to the fun part. Letting AI help you bring it to life without all the heavy lifting.
Here's where things get seriously cool. Say you picked meal prepping as your topic, you don't have to outline or write the whole guide by hand. With a simple prompt, AI tools like ChatGPT can map out your chapters in seconds.
Yeah, I love that you can just say, give me a friendly step-by-step outline for beginners, and boom, it delivers. Then, you feed it each section and ask for content in a conversational tone. No struggling with blank pages.
It doesn't stop there. You can even have the AI generate bonus materials, like a printable planner or grocery list, to make your product more valuable. The whole thing can come together in about an hour if you're focused.
It's kind of like having a ghostwriter, designer, and brainstorm buddy rolled into one. But even the best content needs to look the part, otherwise, people might not take it seriously. That's an easy fix too. I've seen so many people stall out at the design step, thinking they need to hire a pro, but platforms like Canva totally level the playing field. You just pick a template, tweak the colors and text, and it instantly looks polished.
Oh, absolutely. The first ebook cover I made in Canva looked 100 times better than anything I could have whipped up in Word or Photoshop. And it took maybe 15 minutes. Visuals matter. People really do judge a book by its cover, especially online.
When your product looks legit, buyers feel better about spending their money. That simple upgrade can double how valuable your product seems before anyone even reads a word.
And when you're happy with how it looks, the last step is setting up your sales system, the bit that actually lets you earn money while you're out living your life. This part used to terrify me, figuring out payment systems, delivery, all that tech stuff. But now, platforms like Gumroad or Lemon Squeezy make it almost plug and play. You upload your product, connect your bank account, and you're set.
What's even better is you can use AI to write your sales page, too. Just ask for a friendly, benefit-driven description that focuses on the value, like saving hours a week or reducing stress. No more writer's block.
And picking a price? For a first product, a sweet spot is between $7 and $27. It's low risk for buyers, and it feels amazing getting that first notification you made a sale, even if you're just grabbing coffee.
That actually reminds me of my first digital sale. I was convinced it wouldn't work until my phone buzzed. The best feeling ever. But here's the thing, just knowing these steps isn't the whole story. Taking action is where most people get stuck. Loads of people read guides, save steps, and then freeze. Sometimes it's overwhelm, sometimes not knowing exactly what to prompt the AI, or feeling alone in the process.
That's so true. Having the map is great, but actually driving the execution is where it gets real. Sometimes you just need a little hand-holding or a toolkit that does half the work for you.
That's why communities or systems that walk you through, step by step, are game changers. You get support, tools, and those custom-built AI helpers that basically become your business team. It's not about more information, it's about making progress without getting stuck.
And honestly, it's way more motivating when you're not building in a vacuum. If you're ready to stop being a bystander and actually own your income, linking up with a group or toolkit like the EProducts Empire community can be the nudge you need.
So, if you're listening and feeling that itch to finally take action, maybe this is your sign to stop renting your time and start building something truly yours.